You wake to the news you never thought you would see explosions so bright they turn night into day over Ukraine. Social media clips show blinding flashes, and sensors in Europe register strange seismic spikes. Whispers spread faster than any official statement, and the question cuts through the noise. Russia has used tactical nuclear weapons. But is it true? Is the nuclear threshold unbroken since 1945 finally shattered? Or is this another illusion born inside the fog of war? This is Safety Zone Analysis. We do not sell fear. We do not sugarcoat. We prepare with facts because history does not warn you before it changes. Most people hear nuclear and imagine mushroom clouds like Hiroshima and Nagasaki, city killers, measured in hundreds of thousands of tons. But tactical nuclear weapons are different. They are smaller, designed for the battlefield, not entire nations. Some are the size of artillery shells. Others fit inside cruise missiles. Their yield can be as low as 1 kiloton, still more powerful than many conventional bombs, but far below the strategic weapons that can flatten cities. Russia owns thousands. Its doctrine is chilling. Escalate to de-escalate. Use a small nuke to terrify the enemy into backing down. Cross the line, but stop short of all-out war. That is why this question matters. If Russia has crossed the threshold, the world has entered a new nuclear age overnight. Reports from the Ukrainian front are contradictory, but haunting. Witnesses describe flashes brighter than anything they have seen. The sky turned white. Satellite images show unusual heat signatures over impact zones. European monitoring stations record spikes on seismic and radiation sensors. Ukrainian officials speak of weapons beyond conventional scale. But intelligence agencies caution. Not every giant blast is nuclear. Russia has used thermobaric vacuum bombs that create massive fireballs. Ammunition depots, when struck, can erupt with mushroom-like plumes. And in war, fear fills the gaps faster than facts. At the moment, no government has officially confirmed a nuclear strike. But the possibility alone is destabilizing. NATO calls an emergency meeting. The President of the United States convenes the National Security Council. European leaders scramble for joint statements. Markets shudder. Airlines reroute flights away from Ukraine. Yet words remain careful. American and British officials say we cannot confirm nuclear use at this time. Ukrainian leaders say if the world does nothing now, the taboo is broken forever. The United Nations Security Council meets in urgent session. Cameras show diplomats with faces pale and voices tight as the possibility of nuclear war moves from theory to headline. The question is not just whether Russia did it. It is what the world does if they did. Does NATO strike back militarily? Does the United States risk direct war with Russia over a single tactical weapon? Or does the West choose overwhelming conventional response? More weapons for Ukraine, crippling sanctions, but no nuclear reply. Russian doctrine gambles that the world will blink, that a small nuke far from Washington or London will terrify but not trigger global war. But history shows thresholds once crossed rarely stay small. If it was a tactical nuke, radiation might be limited, but fear is not. Farmers in nearby regions may dump crops fearing contamination. Trains and buses halt as rumors spread of fallout clouds. Civilians already scarred by war now flee, not just artillery, but the invisible threat of radiation. Hospitals prepare for burns and blast injuries, but also for the psychological flood. Panic is its own weapon. Even a small nuclear strike destroys not just buildings, but trust in the future. The world has not seen a nuclear weapon used in combat since August 1945. For nearly 80 years, a fragile taboo has held through Korea, Vietnam, Afghanistan, Iraq. But the Cold War was built on simulations of this very scenario. What if one side used a single tactical nuke to force surrender? Would the other escalate or retreat to avoid destruction? The truth is, every war game showed the same danger. Once a nuclear weapon was used, stopping the spiral was almost impossible. Right now, the evidence remains contested. It could be a massive conventional strike mistaken for nuclear. It could be disinformation designed to rattle the world. Or it could be the unthinkable, the first nuclear use of the 21st century. The best case is restraint, investigation, and proof it was not nuclear. The worst case is the world's most dangerous red line crossed, dragging NATO, Russia, and possibly the planet toward escalation. Here is the truth. The nuclear threat is not just about mushroom clouds. It is about panic, disruption, and the fear that one decision can erase decades of restraint. For ordinary people, the guidance remains practical. Know where to shelter if fallout is ever reported. Keep radios, water, and basics prepared. And above all, filter rumors from fact. Panic spreads faster than fallout.
This is Safety Zone Analysis. We do not sell fear. We tell the truth. Share this with someone who thinks nuclear war is always an abstraction. Because the day the taboo breaks, survival depends not on fear, but on preparation.